I now call upon tag number A13.
People can poison people. People can promote people. People can push people up and people can pull people down. So don't just follow people cheerfully, follow them carefully. Glamorous, exciting, jet set. This is how we picture the celebrity lifestyle. And in fact, I would like to agree that celebrities do make for poor role models. But that would be just looking at the perspective through horse blinkers. I would like to redefine the term celebrity. To me, a celebrity is someone who is looked up to in one's mind, who is not just a page 3 butterfly, but indeed someone who has had an impact on people by his or her work. I would call Hillary Clinton, Narendra Modi, Amish Patel, Malala, Barack Obama celebrities. Therefore, I feel the need to come and speak for my heroes, who definitely don't fit the argument celebrities make for poor role models. Good morning, everyone. I would like to present my opinions against the motion. Celebrities live in our times, face our problems. So if they made a cut above the rest, their success stories, more than their failures, count for something that we get inspired by them, and we aspire to be like them. With the development in technology today, we're not only able to see their ladder to success, but also the snakes that pull them down to despair. Their armor is cracked time and again, and the way they rise up inspires us even further. They give us the hope that whatever we are up for achieving is not beyond our reach. It is something we can achieve with a little effort. They fulfill a huge social cause by inspiring people to believe in themselves and work harder. Speaking of people from the industry, the unthinkable amount of struggle, hard work, and patience required to come up as that one face, something millions have aspired to be, does count for something, doesn't it? And the diligence and sacrifice required for attaining those perfect anatomical bodies, and the persistent efforts made to maintain them. Hats off. If you are a believer, you revere God, but you seldom follow his way of living. However, if you like and respect a celebrity, you would like to be like him. You would try to follow in his footsteps and try to follow him and get the dream life that you picture. Celebrities never imposed anything on us. It is up to us what we take in from them. We need to filter unrealism and focus on the facts. And there are always a set of deranged people in the society who tend to pick on these small details, and they try to scrutinize these people for really unimportant details. Like they will do that for only two intentions: either to make money off that news, or to blame them for something that they themselves are accountable for. And some blame celebrities to be a bad influence to children. Well, what are we claiming ourselves to be mature individuals here for then? We need to help them mold their ideals in order to make them capable to differentiate between the right and the wrong. And in fact, those people, those children who don't have parental role modeling, celebrity influence is actually going to be helpful, as they will know what not to do in the long run. And in general, people are not gullible. They know how to filter out unrealism and focus on the facts. If you have a noble mind, you will follow a noble role model, and vice versa. I would like to conclude now by mentioning names of some exceptional people. Deepika Padukone and her NGO Live, Laugh, Love that fights against depression. Pamela Anderson and her contributions to PETA. Priyanka Chopra, already adorning so many feathers on her hat, is a UNICEF ambassador. Ellen DeGeneres and her fight against animal cruelty. Leonardo DiCaprio and his Foundation for Wildlife Welfare. We've had businessmen such as Dhirubhai Ambani, Tata, Birla, Steve Jobs, and the like, who have transformed thousands of lives. And of course, some legendary ones are Mahatma Gandhi, Barack Obama, Malala, Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, and the list goes on. Their stories are known all over. They are role models in the real sense of the word. We see what we want to see. We need to design our seats to filter in what we want to imbibe. Role models are ephemeral. For no one is as important and as key in your life as you. Make the right choices. Thank you.
Side of the society. We really want to come in between, but let you people allow us. Is it right? Anyways, so good afternoon, everyone. I'm really amazed to see the views of youngsters, the generation here. Really, really nice. And it is giving us insight of what you people think. I don't know, it is not written, it is you spoke from your heart. Is it right? Who participated? So really nice to listen to the views, of course in favor and in against. And I don't want to give any other opinion because it's your own views, but of course role models are role models. And I believe my own views, you are your own role model. If you are self-motivated, you can become a role model to other people. You can always imbibe good values, qualities from people whom you see, watch and adore. And of course, there's one thing which I thought maybe I'll point out, the concern. Some of the dressing sense of people who are standing here, because you also are a role model as a debater to some people who are watching you or listening you, should be corrected. Thank you so much. All the best to you.
May I now request Professor Kanchan Mathur to kindly share her views.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, congratulations to IISU for a brilliant topic. I'd like to also congratulate the speakers who spoke really forcefully both for and against the motion. It is really encouraging to see young minds think about things and then come up with their own arguments. I mean, I remember my own school time, we thought we were great, but I think you people were really super. It's been a very entertaining morning. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
First of all, I would like to congratulate the speaker. They spoke very well. One or two points I'd like to make here. The first one, since I'm from the media, and everybody, quoted the media. The media does this, media does that. Being on the other side, when we look at a story, we look at it from the point of view, what the readers want to read actually. You bring here Jaipur Times and you show them. But tell me how many of you do not go through Jaipur Times even for a minute. Everybody goes through the pages. Because that is what it is. Like one of the contestants also said, that it is a reflection of what you want to do. That is what the media is giving it to you. Because you want to read it, you want to read the gossip, you want to know what she's wearing, how she's lost weight, how a certain someone is coming up with 6 abs or 8-pack abs or whatever. So that is what, when the people want to read it, the media gives it to you. So, we should not be very quick to blame the media on it, for everything. That they are doing this and they are doing that. So just telling you the story from the other point of view. And the other thing, like one of the contestants rightly said, there's a difference between a celebrity and a role model. You have to be wise enough to choose. Who would you, choose as your role model? Right? And every personality at the end, I would like to say, has good points and bad points. You have to be, again, you have to be wise enough to choose, what you want to see in a role model. Right? Thank you very much.
IIS to have invited me. It was a delightful morning. Little bit of humor was also there in today, which was missing in many of the debates. Tell me frankly, all of you, was it all ex-tempo or it was written? Ex-tempo or written? I am a man from theatre, so you cannot fool me. I exactly know how the dialogues are spoken. In our days, there was a debate was completely differently done. We were given a subject and then we were supposed to work on it, take the help from our teachers, go to the library. Today nobody goes to the library. Google Baba is there for you. And he misguided you all the time. We used to go there, and then the 2 persons were selected from each team to open the debate. They were the people who were opening the debate, and then we used to answer and questions at that time and oppose and this kind of a thing. So there was a completely a sort of a badminton being played from one side. That is missing. But I'm really very happy that these days, once again, debating is being done. Debating is an art. It's a great art, and you must know what the other person, your opponent, is saying, and then sort of come and interact into it. One thing I'm really a little sorry about it is that most of you, your role models or your celebrities, are not those which are my celebrities at all. Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan, Salman. Can I tell you one thing here? Because I've been in the film lines in the 1950s when the great actors were there. Great directors, great writers, great music directors, all those were there in those days. Can I share a secret with you? You'll be unhappy to know it. All these 3 actors could not have become actors in those days at all. इनको एक्स्ट्रास के अंदर भाला लेके भी खड़ा नहीं करते कोई बात। आज आपके सेलिब्रिटीज हैं ये। One thing is, now you have made a difference between the celebrities and a role model. हमारे टाइम में celebrities ही role model थे हमारे। Celebrities in those days and our time were made by the people and not by the social media. Persons like Nehru. I'm really astounded and little sad that you took the names of Gandhi and others and all that, but you have not taken the name of Jawaharlal Nehru. I know that. I know the reasons for that also. I'm not going to debate it here in that side. I know it because Nehru is not liked. Not only liked, but he's hated by some people. And that's why Nehru is not being spoken. But Nehru was our role model, and he was a celebrity. The celebrity is a completely different. Today, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of celebrities, but very few role models. Role model is that person who shapes your life. Role model is the person from where you get something. I'll give you a few examples of mine. You cannot have one role model in your life. You have to get it from various people. I'll tell you a few things about it. I don't know if you remember or you heard about the name of Amarnath Jha. Amarnath Jha at one time was the vice chairman or VC of Allahabad University. In good old days when the British were there. And the SP, Superintendent Police in those days, was known as Kaptan. He, riding a horse, entered the university campus. Jha came out of his office with his danda in his hand and told that SP to get out of the university campus because that was his domain and he had no business to be there. And he hit the horse with a danda and she galloped out. That was a role model for me. I learned in my life that you can be strong enough to fight your opponents. I remember one thing more. Sampurnandan was the governor here. We used to go at about 8:30 in the evening to his house, and he used to give lectures to us on Ganesh, on Vedas and things like that. But that was the time when his daughter-in-law used to bring tea and pakoras for us. And I asked Sampurnananji's brother, who was chairman of the Sangeet Natak Academy where I was working, and I said, how is it that in the evening when we come there to you, your wife is bringing pakoras and teas? And he told me that, don't you know, in the governor's house there are two kitchens. One kitchen is for the official, one kitchen is for the private. You come at 8:30 as private guests to the governor. So therefore the private things come. Today, everything of the governor house is on the house. That is what the things have changed. Sir Modi was the governor of UP. His wife went out for shopping. And she had the money, her own, and certain things from the government. She bought few things and came back and gave the account to the Sir Modi, who was the governor. And he found that a few paltry sum of money was missed. And he said, you have done this thing. This is a folly. You have used the government money for your purpose. And he told the Chief Minister, Sampurnanand, that इनके ऊपर इंक्वायरी बिठाइए कि इन्होंने ये जो है ये यहाँ पे फ्रॉड किया है, सरकारी फ्रॉड हुआ है यहाँ पे। अब वो पैटली सम था उन दोनों में, कुछ 100-200 रुपए का कुछ था। उन्होंने कहा साहब ये क्या बात कर रहे हैं आप? बोले आज ये 200 रुपया है, आगे चल के ये 2 करोड़ हो जाएगा। आज वो चीज वहां पे मौजूद है। These were the role models for us. Role model is a person who really shapes your life, tells you what to do. You have to have that life, that what makes me. But I was, please get your celebrities completely out now and work for your role models. Find the role models and work it. Don't go with the celebrities, and celebrities are all being made by the social media. Social media is not doing any. As far as I am concerned, I always call social media as an anti-social. It is a total anti-social media, which is completely making up absolutely thing. So please do that, and I'm very happy that each one of you performed very well indeed. But go to the library, read some books. In our days, I'll tell you that has taught us one thing. In our school, we were given an option of going to the library and reading books every month. And the option was with us. You can get any book that you feel like, history, this, that, whatever you feel like, you get it. And there was a small little notebook in which we had to write the name of the book, name of the writer, and a small synopsis of what the book was. And that has given us a reading habit. Some of us, my friends and myself, who's gone through that, we cannot live without a book. So please read, and go to the library, please. Library is a very, very important thing for your life. Thank you very much. I wish you all of your best. Thank you.
Should be over now. Let me begin with the declaration of results. It will be in the ascending order. We'll begin with the third prize first. The third prize goes to the IS University, Preksha Jain. The second prize goes to Akshay Udawat, Jain, Subodh, PG College. And the first prize goes to probably the most consistent presence on this stage for debating. The third time also he was here is Gaurav Chandani. And the team trophy goes to St. Xavier's College. One speaker is already here, the other can join. Yes.
Thank you all. I request all the dignitaries to kindly stay on the stage. I now request Professor N.K. Jain to present a token of our gratitude and appreciation to the chairperson. Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Rimika Singhvi to present mementos to the judges as a symbol of our fond remembrance. I also request Dr. Mani Bhatia to join them. Thank you all. I now invite Dr. Rimika Singh.
Well, I'm not a debater, so I'm going to carry my paper and no marks deduction I fear here. So, Shri Ranveer Singh Ji, the chairperson, Professor Kanchan Mathur, Ms. Alka Batra, and Dr. Ritu Datta, our judges for the day. Dr. Ashok Gupta, the Honorable Vice Chancellor in absentia, and also Dr. Raki Gupta, the Registrar of the University in absentia. Dear participants, including those from outside Jaipur and especially those who've come from outside Rajasthan, thank you so much. You've really, I think, risen the bar this time in terms of the quality. We're so happy. It's only our third edition of the annual debate, the national debate, and I'm glad that it's sort of becoming bigger and better. It gives me immense pleasure to propose a formal vote of thanks at the end of the third All India ISU English debate. May I begin by expressing my sincere thanks to Shri Ranveer Singh Ji for his kind acceptance to grace the occasion as the chairperson and also for his insightful remarks. Your words of encouragement, sir, I'm sure, have boosted the morale of all the participants and infused in them a sense of achievement, especially going back to, how things were in your time. So I love the whole old school charm of what your talk was all about. My thanks also due to our judges whose presence here demonstrates their commitment to education and its allied fields that add up to making a rounded individual. As you can see, they're drawn from different varieties in terms of the fields of work. So we weren't just strictly limiting ourselves to academicians. So which is what we want eventually to, help us send out rounded individuals out into the civil society. May I also extend my heartfelt thanks to the Honorable Vice Chancellor. He couldn't make it here. He sends his apologies. He's, I think, stuck in some official work outside the university. and the registrar who also couldn't make it, owing to something that came up last minute, for all their support and guidance towards making this event a successful one. I'd like to convey thanks to Professor N.K. Jain, the Dean, Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences of the University, for his overall supervision, which has helped in carrying out today's program to its smallest detail. My deep gratitude to all my colleagues, to the student volunteers, all these girls in orange t-shirts, blue blazers, the office bearers. Yes, you could clap for them. They've been helping us out this morning, in fact, a couple of days now. And the technical and support staff who worked towards the success of today's program. I would also like to thank the media persons for being here to cover this event in numbers. And the media was very well defended by you, ma'am, so I think some of them stand corrected. In closing, let me heartily congratulate each one of you, especially the ones who came up on stage, whose zealous debating, as we saw today, is an indication of their youthful energy and passionate thinking, and with such conviction. I mean, that's exactly what the art is all about. You know, either if you can't confuse, convince. You know, this is what you did. We weren't confused, we were totally convinced by most of you. Today clearly belongs to not only all those of you who won a prize, but also to those who gave them a stiff competition. And like I said, I really think that this debate has set a benchmark, and we hope that this will continue. That's it. Thank you all once again. And to those from outside Jaipur and Rajasthan, thanks a lot. I hope your stay has been comfortable. Thank you.